Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today we are diving into a topic that's got everyone talking. The rekindling of the military bromance between North Korea and Russia.
Yep, you heard that right. Vladimir Putin visited Pyongyang to have a sit-down with Kim Jong Un. This was the second time they met in less than a year, and it's Putin's first trip to North Korea since way back in 2000 when he met Kim Jong Un's dad, Kim Jong Il. So why is this visit such a big deal? Well, there's a growing concern that this renewed military relationship might lead to a deeper and mutually beneficial trade in weapons and tech. North Korea has been shipping thousands of containers filled with artillery shells and munitions to Russia, helping them out in their war efforts in Ukraine. And the burning question on everyone's mind is, will Russia return the favor by sharing its top-secret military technology with North Korea? Now here's where things get interesting. This relationship could go one of two ways. It might just be a temporary wartime fling, or it could turn into a long-term alliance reminiscent of their Cold War days. If it's the former, Putin might think twice before handing over any game-changing tech that could boost North Korea's already scary weapons of mass destruction program. But if it's the latter, we might see Russia becoming much more generous with its military secrets, even if it means breaking a bunch of United Nations resolutions. Let's not forget, Russia might have already given us a sneak peek of what this cooperation could look like. North Korea had been struggling with missile launches. They failed twice to launch a military satellite earlier in 2023. But lo and behold, just 2 months after their last summit with Putin, they nailed it in November. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's likely Russia at least provided some analysis or tips to help them out. And the implications of this go way beyond satellites. If Russia starts helping North Korea with its intercontinental ballistic missile program or its submarine-launched ballistic missiles, we're talking about a significant boost to North Korea's threat level. Not just to South Korea, but to the US and Japan as well. A lot of this hinges on what happens in Ukraine. If the war drags on, Russia will need North Korea's munitions more than ever, making Putin more inclined to share sensitive tech. But if the war ends, Russia might not need North Korea as much and could try to patch things up with the West, which would be way more profitable than sticking with an isolated country like North Korea. Now let's take a step back and think about the broader geopolitical picture here. The relationship between Russia and North Korea is not happening in a vacuum. It's part of a larger pattern of shifting alliances and strategic moves. Both countries have been increasingly isolated on the global stage, Russia due to its invasion of Ukraine, and North Korea due to its relentless pursuit of nuclear weapons and missile technology. This isolation pushes them towards each other, creating a partnership that's convenient for both. But there's more to it. This partnership isn't just about military tech and munitions. It's also a signal to the rest of the world. By cozying up to each other, Putin and Kim are showing that they won't be easily cowed by international pressure. They're sending a message that they can find allies outside the mainstream international community, and that they have alternatives to Western economic and military partnerships. Meanwhile, this alliance complicates things for China too. China has been North Korea's prime backer for decades, but a stronger Russia-North Korea partnership might reduce Beijing's influence over Pyongyang. This creates a delicate balancing act for China, which wants to maintain its leverage over North Korea while also managing its relationship with Russia and its global image. For the US and its allies, this emerging axis presents a significant challenge. The US has already been trying to pivot towards Asia, strengthening its alliances with Japan and South Korea to counterbalance China's rise. Now, with Russia and North Korea getting closer, this pivot becomes even more critical. Enhanced cooperation on communication, data transfer, and intelligence sharing will be essential. We might also see more frequent and extensive joint military exercises as a show of strength and solidarity. Let's not forget about the economic dimension. Both Russia and North Korea are under heavy sanctions, which has driven them to seek alternative markets and partnerships. This could lead to increased economic cooperation between the two, further intertwining their fates. For instance, North Korea's abundant natural resources could be traded for Russian technological know-how, creating a mutually beneficial economic relationship that circumvents Western sanctions. There's also the human element to consider. The people of North Korea and Russia are both suffering under their respective regimes, with limited freedoms and significant economic hardships. This alliance, while strategically beneficial for the leaders, does little to improve the lives of ordinary citizens. In fact, it could exacerbate their suffering by drawing more international condemnation and resulting in harsher sanctions. In wrapping up, it's clear that the growing relationship between Russia and North Korea is more than just a fleeting wartime convenience. It has the potential to reshape regional dynamics and influence global geopolitics in profound ways. Whether this partnership will last or crumble under external pressures remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, it's a development the world needs to watch closely. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more updates and analysis on this evolving story. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Catch you next time.